Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a minute. I've been working on getting my master's degree and that takes a lot of time and energy, and I'm at my parents' house, and so that creates, there's just not enough spaces that are quiet enough to film frequently. So I'm going to try and be better and upload more frequently because I have a lot of cool video ideas. I just need to make them a priority. So today's video I'm super excited about. If you're new here, first let me introduce myself. My name is Kaylin. I am slowly but thoughtfully launching the Makeup Curator. So that's my Instagram handle, and I'll be launching a consulting business soon. It's in the works for the website at the moment. So like I said, my name is Kaylin. Very enthusiastic about makeup. I love makeup. I love what it can do. I love all the options, all of it. But today's video is all about cruelty-free makeup under $25. And when I say that, I mean like a full face of makeup under $25. This is my second time filming this video today. I tried it first, went to go start working on the footage, and it was all gone. So my initial plan was to have a video where I apply the makeup on camera, and that's what I filmed. But being that the makeup is already on, I didn't want to waste a full face of makeup. I thought I'd just come on and talk to you about the products that are on my face. So, and I can tell you how I applied everything. So it's a full face of cruelty-free makeup under $25, which was surprisingly difficult. Like if you wanted anything under $25, like individual items under $25, that's super easy. But to get to whole face under $25 is surprisingly difficult. So options are fairly limited, especially for adding the extra filter of cruelty-free. So there may not be great shade ranges in some of these, and I really do apologize for that. But this is one of the variations that I found that I really have been enjoying, and it's what I'm wearing on my face. So we're just gonna jump right into it in the order that I applied everything. So I did like my regular skincare routine, and including moisturizer and sunscreen, and kind of used that as my primer. So there is no primer, but I did want to do a foundation. So this is the Essence Pretty Natural Hydrating Foundation with Hyaluron and Aloe Vera, and I have the shade 030 Neutral Ivory. And this is, let me check, I believe it's $6.99, and I'll have a little thing pop up saying how much each of these things are. Yes, this is $6.99. This was the lightest shade that I found at the Ulta that I went to. The Essence website may have more, but I really did try to find things that like you could go in store and not have to worry about paying for shipping or anything. So I would look around for all of these products to see if there's places that have them at slightly better prices. Drugstore prices can vary slightly depending on location. And to see where it might have the largest shade range or the shades that will work best for you. So I applied this with my hands. I didn't want to assume that anyone had any tools to begin with, and so all of this I either applied with the applicator it came with or directly with my hands. And the only thing I assume that you have are hands that can apply makeup, and some sort of like dish towel things. This has Leonardo from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on it. I use this towel to wipe my hands off. Like I wipe like makeup residue that's on my hands onto this towel, and so I don't care if it gets stained or anything. It's my dedicated makeup towel to help with all of that. So that's all I'm assuming that you have. So I applied this with my hands. I squirted some into my hand, rubbed it together, and then gently buffed it into my skin. And it took a minute. And you want to make sure that it's all even and well incorporated, and doing it with your hands gives a fairly light coverage. As you can tell, like it's a very no makeup look. And if you apply it with a sponge or brush, you'll get a more full coverage, but it's on the light to medium but buildable. Because I also took a few dots of it under my eyes and used it as concealer to just do a little bit more full coverage under there. So that's the foundation that I used. And then next I went in, you're gonna see a lot of essence in here. This is the powder that I used. It's the Essence My Skin Perfector Loose Fixing Powder in the shade 10 Light. So my only concern with this with some skin tones is that it is slightly peachy orangey. I mean, that's why they came in a few shades, but I don't remember really seeing very many shades. You can kind of see the color better in the cap. So I also applied this with my fingers. So I just, for my under eye, I dipped my finger into the powder and then just tapped it on and then kind of gently, very, very gently buffed it in. And that's what I did for my whole face. It took a minute. For like the large, like my cheeks and my forehead, I went in with 2 fingers. So did I say the price of this? I don't think I did. This is $5.99. So you get 6 grams. It's a decent amount of powder. I also have tried out the Essence Stay Matte. I think that's what it's called. It's the white pressed powder that they have, which is cheaper than this one, but I don't like it as much. This one gives a much nicer finish to the skin, and also, as far as I can tell, it doesn't really have any flashback, where the white one has like a lot of flashback. So it totally depends. If you are like, I never do flash photography and I'm really, really oily, then do that. But I've been really enjoying this one. Next, I went in with blush and highlight, and I decided to do blush over bronzer because I feel like that looks more natural. I always feel like having contour but no blush my face looks flat when I do that, and so adding a little bit of color back in, I feel makes my face look more like me. I know some people get really nervous around blush and feel like they'll look like a clown or like a baby doll, but really the goal with blush is to be able to control where the color is, not to just have no color in your face, because usually when you don't have color in your face, that means that something's not quite right. So I used the e.l.f., can you see it? Yep, it's the e.l.f. blush and highlight duo in the shade Watermelon. This is $3, and so you get 2 products for $3. And so again, I went in with my finger in the blush side first, just tapped it on, and then really, really gently just kind of buffed it into my skin until it did, like, it looked the way I wanted it to. Did that on both sides. It's very buildable, so you can layer it up to get as much as you want. If you find that you've gone too hard on it, you can always go back in with a little bit of powder and go over it, and it'll kind of tone it down a little bit. And then I went into the highlighter and just did that on the very, very tops of my cheekbones all the way up to the top of the arch of my brow. I also put it down the center of my nose and a little bit on my Cupid's bow. And I also then used this for my eyeshadow. So I did the blush as like an all over color, again applying it with my fingers, and then I went in with a little bit of the highlight on just the lids. And it's really quite nice. It gives a very cohesive look to the skin. Everything matches. So I really like this. You can also apply this with a sponge too, like a damp sponge. So I like this product a lot. I don't think I've actually applied it with a brush yet. I've only ever applied it with my fingers or with a sponge. You can also apply the loose powder with a sponge if you have one. But I feel like the color of it can become a little bit more of a problem if you use a sponge because it applies more of it. So play around with it, see which method you like if you have a sponge. I just didn't want to assume that anyone did. For lashes, because I feel like if you wear eyeshadow, then you should wear mascara. I feel like it really finishes the look, gives a lot of extra dimension. So I have on the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Waterproof Mascara. This comes in a bunch of different formulations. Let me tell you the price. So this is $4.99, and this is by far one of the cheapest mascaras at the drugstore. Most mascaras run in like the $8 to like $12 range. But so this is $4.99, and it comes in a bunch of different formulas that all have kind of like pretty much the exact same packaging. It's just the details are different colors. And so when you go to shop for one, they're all the same price. Just look for one that's gonna give you the effect that you want. So if you're looking for lengthening, if you're looking for volume, if you need waterproof or not, like just make sure to pay attention to that. This is the one that works best for me because I have oily skin. It's not like my all-time favorite mascara because it can on occasion smudge a little bit, like right here. But some people absolutely adore this mascara, and mascara is one of like the really tricky things to recommend because like it can work for one person and be terrible for another. So try it. If you really like it, good. I like it enough to be recommending it. So, and a product that I don't have in my brows right now, I just got my brows waxed, so I feel like they're actually pretty solid. But if you want eyebrows, like an eyebrow pencil, then you can get the Essence Eyebrow Designer. I have mine in 02 Brown. This one's really cheap. This is $1.99, so this is $2. It's just a very, very generic, ooh, there we go. This is a very generic pencil. That's all it is. And the cap has this kind of funky little brush design. It's supposed to be like a spoolie. It's not like my most favorite like spoolie design, but it gets the job done. The goal is just to be able to like brush the product through the hairs so that it looks more natural. So yeah, I often don't need brow pencils, but I wanted to include it just in case you really wanted one. And that is all of it. So everything that I've talked about is what I'm currently wearing. And if you guys have any suggestions, please let me know what drugstore makeup you love to use. If you've used any of these, let me know. If you like recreate this look, please tag me in it. I'd love to see it. You can tag me at makeup.curator on Instagram. And so I hope this was helpful for anyone who's looking to get into makeup. And if you liked this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I'd love to see you here. I'm planning on being more consistent with my upload schedule. So I hope you all have an amazing day, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.